Oh, Cheryl, let me just tell you something. I got a good idea. I know you said you were interested in moving somewhere. Well, too, I got the place for you. I wanna get so nasty. I wanna do something so disgusting to you. Cause every time I see you walking, I wanna walk up and take a sniff out of you. Hopefully you don't catch me. I gotta take a sniff from you from behind. I wanna sniff that hair. It smells so fine. Cause I could, if I wanted, I could move to Perv City. And I could, we could do it. Anything we wanted to in Perv City. Everybody come with me. Everybody fall in league. We could go to Perv City. We could go to Perv City.
Perv City, USA. It's the place that we want to stay. Perv City, USA. You can go around grabbing ass all day. Perv City, USA. It's the place that we want to stay. Perv City, USA. You can go around grabbing ass all day.
I moved to Perv City so I could get so disgusting with you, and you didn't come with me. Now I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm in Perv City, and I feel like I ain't got nothing without you. Even though I can go around grabbing ass, but make it in this town. Now I'm in Perv City, and I am all alone cause I don't have you. Now I'm in Perv City. I thought my dreams would come true, but they can't cause I don't have you. I'm in Perv City. I'm in Perv City. Oh, now I'm lost in Perv City without you. In Perv City.
Perv City, USA. It's the place that we want to stay. Perv City, USA. You can go around grabbing ass all day. Perv City, USA. It's the place that we want to stay. Perv City, USA. You can go around grabbing ass all day.
Cheryl, please come back to me, Cheryl. Please. Please.
Perv City may look calm on the surface, but I can sense the shadow of evil lurking down there.
Everybody put your hands up! We're here for the sperm! Now open the safe!
Sir, I don't have the combination to the safe and the manager's on PTO!
If you don't find a way into that safe, I'm gonna start collecting it from all the customers!
Perv City's gotten so dangerous. If only there was someone out there who could save us.
Never fear, citizens of Perv City. Cockman always rises to the occasion.
And what in the actual hell do we have here?
Looks like you're about to find out that messing with me is a real cock-up.
I'm gonna make you limp right out of here. Oh my.
Get on, you giant cock!
Blue ball skeet of pain!
live with an update on the sperm bank robbery. It seems a new hero has emerged from Perv City. People are calling him Cockman.
Cockman!
Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I like to cringe.
Yes, I do.
You like to cringe.
Yes, you do.
We're gonna cringe all night long. Yeah. Cringe Pony, Cringe Pony, Cringe Pony, Cringe Pony TV. MMOs and RPGs, I'll have you down on your knees. Hold my staff, here's a gaff. Will you laugh? Oh, I like to cringe.
Yes, I do.
You like to cringe.
Yes, you do.
We're gonna cringe all night long. Cringe Pony, Cringe Pony, Cringe Pony, Cringe Pony TV. Bad jokes, budget low. I'll have you saying whoa, whoa, whoa. Slap the light, ride the Cringe Pony through the night. You asked for this? No, I didn't. Well, you get it anyways. Slap that Cringe Pony's butt till it neighs. I like to cringe.
Yes, I do.
You like to cringe.
Yes, you do.
We're gonna cringe all night long. Cringe Pony, Cringe Pony, Cringe Pony, Cringe Pony TV. Cringe Pony, Cringe Pony TV. Cringe Pony, Cringe Pony TV. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is the very first debate between these two candidates you see before you. We have over here on my left, Mr. Dymlos, who is representing the Mario Party.
Hello, everyone. It's me.
On my right, we have Mr. Steve, representing the Shrimp Party.
Hey guys, how you guys doing? Coming to you live from Disco Joe's China Bowl in Cringe City.
Eating right off the buffet, I see.
So yeah, I got some shrimp.
We do have a little bit of time before 8 p.m. starts, so I'm going to talk about the rules a little bit. I am the moderator, and I am non-biased, unbiased, completely not picking a side. No bias to be found within my bones. Whatever the people, you out there watching, the citizens of Perv City, whoever you decide to cast your vote on come the November 23rd election during the episode of CringePony TV, that is who I want to be the new mayor of Perv City, whoever the people choose. Now, we will be doing questions. We did flip a coin.
That's some good shrimp.
Dymlos and the Mario Party he represents will get to answer the questions first. There will be a 2-minute response time that he will have in order to answer each question.
Certainly won't need all that time.
After that, it will be Steve's turn. However, if a candidate feels like they need to respond,
love this place,
they can do so. Just just let me know. I'd like to respond to that. If someone makes an accusation or anything that makes you feel like you need to respond to that, let me know.
Yeah, let me get some more of that shrimp over here.
Also, if chat would like to add a question in for $2 super chat, you can add a question in. And once we finish up with the question we're currently on, we will gladly pull up your question that you have from the super chat. And that is how it's going to go tonight. I would like both candidates to respect the mic rules. I have left both the mics on. However, when one is speaking, I do ask that you respect the other candidate during that time.
Some good shrimp right here, boys. Disco Joe's China Bowl. You got to get down here and try the shrimp, guys.
Shrimp eating is part of the Shrimp Party. So It's totally normal for the shrimp party to be eating shrimp during a debate.
Mr. Moderator, I if I could request
Yes.
that maybe when Mr. Garnett is chomping at the bits that we turn his microphone off.
Let's check over at his studio real quick. It looks like he has calmed down on the shrimp eating. We just had our people check in on him over at his party studio, and it looks like he has calmed down on the shrimp. It looks like maybe he finished that current plate.
Just that plate.
He does have a giant buffet behind him, so I'm not exactly
three
sure.
Or 4 more plates to go.
I mean, they are the shrimp party.
Well, yeah. I mean, I totally understand. I'd be pounding shrimp if I was at a buffet too, but you know, some candidates take this very seriously.
Yeah, I do too. And guess who was here on time, not sabotaging the feed last time when we were supposed to have this debate? Already
the
plans
debate
to
hasn't even
be at
started.
this buffet tonight,
Hasn't even
and so I had to
started,
come live
Steven.
and eat shrimp at the same time now because of you.
This is unbelievable. Come on. You have such a hot head. You can't. We haven't even started the debate, and you're already going after me.
Hot head. I just took my temperature and it came back that I'm cool.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
As you can
Start
see,
giving me a little
folks,
shrink.
already things
Show
are
some
getting
respect.
they're getting very heated already, even before the debate has begun. So this kind of gives you a little glimpse into what we're probably going to be experiencing tonight. I see that the time has almost rolled over to 8. I'm going to go ahead and start my opening here for everybody. Welcome,
Thank you, Mr.
everyone.
Moderator.
Tonight, we will be taking a look at the 2 candidates for the mayor of the esteemed Perv City. We'll be diving into their policies and how they plan to deal with the issues that plague the citizens of Perv City. We'll be voting on the most important election cycle in the history of Cringe on November 23rd, Saturday. You'll be casting your votes and changing the history of this fine city of perverts. During tonight's debate, I'll be non-biased, but if you in the chat have specific questions you would like to be asked, please donate $2 super chat and your question will be asked to both candidates. Now, before our candidates give their opening statements, each of them have actually prepared a campaign ad, if you will, paid for by their own respective parties. And we are going to go ahead and start those now. We're going to start with Steve's ad. If everyone is ready, here we go. It does turn out that I did not put that on the board, so here we go.
We're coming to you live from the Cringe City News Network, and here's Jeb Jorbins, America's favorite news anchor.
Thank you, Gerald. And tonight we're bringing you a special Cringe City News Network investigation regarding the hard carpet incident. Let's go and hand it over to Jennifer Jorgels with that story.
Thank you, Jeb. For those of you who haven't been following the hardwood carpet incident, it took place in the late 90s when a boy who was said to have had a seizure for dropping a Nintendo 64 at Dymlos' house suddenly went missing. No one ever was able to locate a body or find him, and there were no witnesses until today. Some of the witnesses have reached out to us and agreed to talk on camera for the first time and tell us their stories. So the first place we went to was one of Cringe City's most favorite restaurants. Here we are at Disco Joe's China Bowl, some of the best beef stew in town, where we're sitting down with an eyewitness telling their story for the very first time.
I work at Disco Joe's China Bowl. I went to school back in the day with Dymlos. It's kind of hard to talk about, but when we were 7, his family invited me over to his house for Christmas, and his mom got him a Nintendo 64. And then there was another kid his mom had him invite over, and I didn't know him that well, but they said he was cool. So we were all going to play the game. We were going to play the 64. We were super excited. We ran up to his room to plug it up. We just like picked it up and slammed it on the ground. The Nintendo 64, yeah. And after that happened, he just started flipping out. He got super mad. Dymlos got super mad. And Dymlos told me that if we wanted to keep playing the game, to go downstairs, plug up the 64, So we went downstairs and plugged up the 64. And then Dymlos was like taking forever to come downstairs. And when he finally did come back downstairs, I noticed that kid wasn't with him. I asked Dymlos what happened to the kid, and he got this weird look in his eye and just told me not to worry about it. So I just ignored it, and we just played the game, and we went to bed. We got up the next morning, went to school, and I noticed that kid wasn't there. And I asked Dymlos where he was. And I asked him one more time, and he told me if I kept asking him that he wasn't going to let me come over to his house anymore. And his mom was going to call my mom. No more GoldenEye. That was the end of GoldenEye. I just didn't say anything. I was kind of scared to know. I never said it out loud, but I always had the feeling that Dymlos did something with him. I had a dream that he killed him. I do believe God was telling me that he killed him.
Well, that's quite the testimony. And how do you think your life turned out because of this?
Ever since that day, I just never felt right about a lot of people. Always scared of missing people posters. So I just lived my life here at Disco Joe's China Bowl and lived with my mom. Anyway, you should come to Disco Joe's China Bowl. We have beef stew. We're setting up a contract to provide keep meat to your local orphanage.
We will keep those things in mind. And thank you so much for talking to us today.
Wow, that was quite the testimony, Jorgles. What do you got for us next?
Our next witness we tracked down at her job, but she didn't even know we were coming. We headed over to Junkface Johnny's to see if we could find her.
Excuse me.
Hey, what's up?
Would you mind to just please tell us your story about what we've heard that you saw that night that boy went missing, please?
Yeah, I'd be happy to answer any questions. Yeah, my name's Janet. I've been working at Junkface Johnny's for years now. I always remember, nothing new, never. Nothing new, never.
Could you not look at the camera, please?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that day like it was yesterday. I woke up, got out of bed, made myself some chai lattes that morning, drank about 2. Mama needs 2. I got up, took my dog out. He's in here, he was outside the house like the door every single time. I remember getting in my car, she always stalls. And I was working my way up and driving past and the whole building down here, and every hobo just picking up his coat down on the side of the road and knocking right, we were leaving. Then I just started to drive up towards that bridge, and then I saw a hooker next to the bridge. She looked real nice. I wish I looked like that. But then when I got to the bridge, there was just something crazy happening. When I passed that hooker and I got to that bridge, I saw a real suspicious vehicle. And that man, I saw him, and it looked like he was carrying a rolled up carpet, and it looked real heavy, not like a normal carpet. And he flung that thing over the bridge into the river, and he got real quick in his car and drove off.
Was this the man that you saw?
Well, that's a good looking guy. Yeah, that was the guy I saw. Got his number? That was definitely the man I saw.
Okay, anyway, thank you so much for your time today.
Wow, that was quite the testimony, Jorgles. What do you got for us next?
Our next witness gave us an address and told us to meet her there, so that's what we did. Excuse me, are you the one we're here to meet?
Oh shit, it's the cops.
Yeah, my name's Shine Hall Sherry, but you could just call me Sherry. Pretty much this is where I work, and oh yeah, you're here to talk about that guy, Dymlos? Yeah, I know he's the one that done it. Yeah, that Dymlos, I know him, and I know he's the one that killed my cousin. There was this one time, my cousin went over to play N64 with him, and we never saw him again. And I heard this one rumor that he was trying to tell people that he fell and hit his head on the hardwood carpet, but I know that's a lie. Because I asked his mama and daddy, my aunt and uncle, and they said he never came home from Dymlos' house. And that's why we're out here. We filed a missing persons report. Times have gotten hard. I had to change my job. Yeah, I had me a good job down bagging groceries at the price list, but I just couldn't handle all the stress of it all. And too depressed as my little cousin never came home. He was like my little brother, so now I'm out here just doing what I can for the family, hoping he comes home one day. But I know he never will. I think we gave up hope long ago. Because old Dymlos killed him. I know he killed him and threw him in the river.
Oh my, that's quite the testimony. Thank you for speaking with us today.
So anyways, guess that interview's done, but is there anything else I can help you out with? Well, whatever you want, honey, whatever you're paying.
Oh, I think we're good. We better get out of here.
We're done? Hold on, I got some more.
Hurry, start the car.
Hold on. I got bills to pay, so if you were to stick around.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for that special investigation. Maybe now, with this new testimony, this case can finally go to trial. Up next is the weather. This investigation was paid for by the Shrimp Party.
Don't elect a criminal. Vote Steve for mayor.
We're coming to you live from the Cringe City News Network, and here's Jeb Jorbins, America's favorite news anchor.
Thank you, Gerald. And tonight we're bringing you a special Cringe City News.
All right. Well, that was terrifying, guys. That was terrifying, I gotta say. That scared me. So that was, by the way, that entire ad was paid for by the Shrimp Party. But it looks like we do also have an ad from Mr. Dymlos. Let's go ahead and see what Mr. Dymlos has to say, and then we'll begin the debate.
My fellow Cringetonians, I'm coming to you today in response to my opponent's campaign that may put a simple, poorly worded sentence turned into an overblown exaggeration of my ability to be your mayor. First, I want to clarify any misunderstanding about the using of the term hardwood carpet. Yes, I do understand that this is an oxymoron. Is it carpet? Is it hardwood flooring? You only need to understand how a rug works to understand why I could use such a term. I know this is a difficult concept for my opponent. Still, when you put a simple area rug on top of a hardwood floor, there's no padding to help ease my poor seizing friend's fall, and his head scraped into the rug, receiving carpet burn. Hence why I use the infamous words hardwood carpet. You can see how this is just a simple blurring of concepts, but it's the whole truth and nothing but the truth. As for my opponent, who can't handle the truth, I offer you the facts of what a real flip-flopper sounds like. We all know my opponent from the Shrimp Party really likes shrimp. He's written several songs about it and brings up his love for shrimp on almost every stream. However, what you don't know is that Mr. Garnett has a permanent tattoo saying simply vegan. Talk about an oxymoron. How can you promote being a vegan and really like shrimp? Some would say your actual stance on shrimp is in question. And it seems like your whole platform is built on a pile of vegetables of lies. I make a promise to you, my constituents, though I may misspeak, I will never, ever straight up lie to you in song or otherwise. Thank you for your time and your vote this coming November.
All right, so we have now heard from both candidates and their ad campaigns. Things are getting a little bit, I would say, things are getting a little bit crazy now. But we are going to start the questions now, and let's see where things lead. Let's see what their answers are, and to help you, the citizens of Perv City, to come to a, shall we say, a plausible and well-educated status that you know that you can vote for. Now, after hearing those shocking testimonials, viewers, I would like you to keep the information you've heard in mind as we move into the opening statements from our candidates. Candidate number one, Dymlos, representing the Mario Party on your left here. Please give your opening statement, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Moderator, for your time today. And also to my opponent for taking the time to talk about what real issues are plaguing Cringe City. I truly hope that no matter who wins, our fine city will unite as one and work together towards a better tomorrow. Whoa. Don't interrupt, Steven.
I didn't interrupt me. I interrupted you, dude. Oh my god.
However, I do believe that my longevity within the cringe community gives me the advantage to being able to effectively run the city. I respect the amount of work that Mr. Garnett has put into making Perv City a better place, but I don't believe his vision is what the city needs right now. For instance, his role at St. Cringe Hospital, where we have the highest death rate possible as our doctors only try to help you. Under my guidance, we will have doctors who can help solve this STD crisis and make it so people actually survive a trip to the emergency room. Also, his decision on just the tip Tuesday is very confusing. We already can grab ass all day. We don't need to interrupt the women of our fine dining establishments for more of the same that the city has to offer the people. If you want the same old
Guys against
boring...
Dangle Bands? Oh my god.
What?
Oh, what's
that?
that?
Let's try not to interrupt. Let's try not to interrupt, guys. Time is still going, Mr.
Pat
Dymlos.
got your
You know, I
job?
don't come down to where you work and slap the dick out of your mouth.
And you should be. If you were in Perv City, if you were a true Perv City candidate, you would be doing that.
I am the candidate for the people. If you, this is what I'm talking about. If you want the same old boring Perv City every day, then a vote for shrimp is where you want. But if you want actual change, then the Mario Party is here for you and wants to help you be the most successful you can be. I implore you to help this city move forward. A vote for Dymlos is a vote for better Perv City. Thank you.
Wow.
All right, Dymlos, your time
something.
is over. And Mr. Steve, it is now time for your opening statement here.
Citizens of Perv City. First of all, let me address something that Dymlos said in his little video. For one thing, he obviously couldn't even get a real news crew to do the report, but yes, it is true that I used to be vegan because I was actually kidnapped when I was younger and brainwashed by a bunch of psychotic animal liberationists. But the good news is, the shrimp party is what saved me. Would a vegan stand before you today with a delicious succulent shrimp and suckle it back alive like this? I don't think so. So that is just a minute point. The time has come for a new flavor of leadership. One that you're gonna crave. As your future mayor and proud leader of the shrimp party, I promise to bring a bold, savory vision to our city. Together, we'll shed the old ways, serve up sizzling solutions, and dip into a spicier, pinkier future. Whether you're hungry for progress, passion, or just a little something to nibble on, we've got the recipe for success. Let's make Perv City scandalously great again. And let's take Dymlos down. Dimwit Dymlos. Dimwit Dymlos.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Are we calling each other names now? That's terrible. Why don't you be a professional?
All right.
Don't cry.
All right, there are, the time is now up for Steve and his opening remark. Thank you both. I would like to remind both of you to please, we did agree upon open mics between the parties, but let's please try not to interrupt one another as we go. Now, viewers, you have now heard the opening statements from both parties. Mr. Dymlos representing the Mario Party, Mr. Steve representing the Shrimp Party. And now, before we begin the important questions regarding each of their policies, let's take just a moment to build a little bit of patriotism for our great city of Perv. Everyone, I introduce to you for the first time ever, made by both parties in unison, our home, Perv City, USA.
Perv City is a place just for you and me. A place we can show everyone our PP. It's a home of beauty and peace. It's a place of pervy good geese, where you and I all do belong, where you see the ladies in thongs. Take me to Perv City, USA. I don't care what you will say, whoever our leader will not want for breeders in Perv City, USA. Perv City is a place just for you and me, a place we can show everyone our pee-pee. It's a home of beauty and peace. It's a place of pervy good geese, where you and I all do belong, where you see the ladies in thongs. Take me to Perv City, USA. I don't care what you will say, whoever our leader will not want for breeders in Perv City, USA. In Perv City, USA. In Perv City, USA. In Perv City, USA. Ooh. In Perv City, USA. USA.
All right, we're back. Thank you to both parties for that beautiful song. Now
that was wonderful.
That does show that song does show that the two parties can work together if needed for the greater good of Perv City.
Dymlos said the song's wonderful. I J.O.'d to it.
All right,
the crystal
candidates. It is now time for the questions to begin. Question number 1: Perv City has been left leaderless. The city is in chaos. Recently reported and confirmed, the orphanage has resorted to eating the parakeet pets of the children there. What would you do to help the orphanage? Mr. Dymlos, you're first.
Mr. Moderator, we have to stop the keep meat. Our children, our orphans, cannot live on keep meat alone. So what I have in place is to make sure that our children are prosperous, that they can put their best foot forward. So I am going to start a small, very small tax on what we do best here. Anytime you go around grabbing ass all day, there's going to be a little bit that goes back to the orphanage. I know everyone can stand for that. It's just a little bit. It's only going to be a very small percent, but we grab a lot of ass around here, and that little bit is going to go a long way for the orphans. They deserve better than keep meat. They've already had their parents removed from their life. What could be worse? Let me tell you, eating keep meat. That's the worst that could possibly happen.
Ridiculous.
We need to make sure.
While he's saying all this boring stuff, I'm gonna go hit the buffet real quick. I'll be back.
Just so unprofessional. Just the most. He already has a full plate, and he's going back for more. What a wasteful CringeTonian. He's going to waste the city's money. He's going to waste the city's resources. I, Dymlos, have a plan in place to make sure our orphans are taken care of. With the perv grab an ass all day tax, we will make sure our orphans are taken care of.
Ridiculous.
Thank you.
Ridiculous.
Now, since there's a little bit time left on the clock, I do have to ask Mr. Dymlos, you're suggesting that there will be a perv tax, is what you're saying, a tax on being pervy in Perv City. Is that what you're suggesting?
It's what brings us the most people and the most money. So it has to be the thing that people are willing to, why they come here. So if we're going to even have an orphanage that's paid for by the city, we need a way to fund so that these children are not just degenerates when they grow up and live on the streets of Perv City when they turn 18.
Oh my God. This guy don't know nothing about Perv City, y'all.
All right. Steve, what is your answer to this?
Well, let me tell you right now. First of all, you want Perv City to make more money? As mayor of Perv City, I won't stand by while our neighbors in Cringe City suffer, especially when innocent children face such desperate conditions. Under my leadership, with the full backing of the Shrimp Party, we're going to take immediate and steamy action. First, we're going to launch the Shrimp Relief Initiative, sending all the shrimp we can muster to feed Cringe City's children in their time of need. Next, we'll form cross-city partnerships with Cringe City's parakeet farms and fisheries to ensure a steady supply of keep meat, fresh farm-raised parakeets, served as the next big thing in urban cuisine. By switching both Perv City and Cringe City to primarily keep meat diets, we'll not only feed the hungry, but spark a culinary revolution that will strengthen our economies. Perv City may be a little bit wild, but we know the importance of compassion. Now let's extend generosity to Cringe City while turning the tides in our favor.
You're forcing them to eat little tiny birds. What do they have? The stomach of a mouse? That's not going to sustain them.
Mr. Dymlos,
would you get them off the?
You're acting like that we're going to feed them only one bird.
Would you like a moment to respond?
10 birds if they want.
Would you like a moment to respond, Mr.
You
Dymlos?
cannot feed children parakeet meat. It will
That's
not
what they're
sustain.
we've been doing it.
That's because they don't have a plan in place. They are getting basically Taco Bell meat.
Have you ever even tried keep meat before?
Of course I have. I've been to Trader Joe's or whatever.
Oh my God!
You were at
he doesn't even know the name of one of Cringe City's most popular Asian restaurants. Come on, guys.
It's not that good.
Come
Honestly, I've had the keat. It's not
Have
good.
you had
It's not
the beef
flavorful. Of course I've had the beef stew.
Have you not had the beef stew?
Yeah, I'll eat beef.
Completely ridiculous.
Oh my goodness. I'm from Nebraska. Of course I've had the beef stew. It's one of my favorite things.
Dymlos, more like lie-mlos, because he lies.
The keat meat cannot sustain the children.
That's all I want to eat.
Everybody, does anybody want to respond to anything either of the candidates have said tonight to the viewing audience?
Can't believe he wants to take away keep meat.
All right, we're going to move on.
It's not good for kids.
It's good for everyone.
It's good for nobody.
You show me a doctor saying it's not good for kids right now. You got one on file? Can you call one up?
We don't, because you're in charge of the people at Cringe City Hospital.
I'm in charge
of
it?
killing. Yeah, you're a doctor there. You're killing people left and right.
All right, if you let's move on to the next question. We do have a question from a concerned citizen in Perv City. Mr. Dymlos, this one is directed more specifically to you, it seems. Let me
well, in that case, I'll just have some shrimp.
Sorry, Mujan, could you ask your question again? Don't scroll up that far. So we'll move on to the next question. Mujan, please retype your question for me. It doesn't have it saved.
We're good.
So, question number 2. An important topic for the Perv City citizens is the police force of Perv City has been called an utter joke and worthless. With the previous administration, lawlessness has taken over the streets, and a new vigilante has recently tried to take control of the law and the order of Perv City. He is being called Cockman. So I ask of both of you, would you work with Cockman to try to stop his vigilante ways? Dymlos, you are first.
Since we lost our most recent district attorney to a horrible acid accident that burned the backside of his head. His name is now About Face. He's a new criminal in Perv City. I feel like Cockman is the answer. The city itself has made it so that they have to take the power in their own hands, and that, albeit sometimes things have to be done to take out About Face or other criminals. The wizard that is trying to take over Cringe City. Many evil men are in our city, and if the city has to take care of itself, then that's what we have to do. I will work with Cockman. I feel Cockman has the right idea, and I appreciate that he is trying to clean this city up where our old mayor could do so. I will happily work with Cockman and bolster our police force and get the right people in place that can.
I got some shrimp stuck in my teeth.
That is all. Thank you, Mr. Moderator.
Oh, got some shrimp in my teeth.
Thank you, Mr. Dymlos. And Mr. Steve, what about you? Would you work with this So-Man Cockman, or would you work against him?
Well, let me tell you something right now. As mayor of Perv City, I would stand fully behind Cockman's efforts to restore order. He's taken on a broken system, and that takes serious dedication. Instead of standing in the way, I'd work side by side with him, using the resources of the Shrimp Party to back him up in cleaning the streets of Perv City. Together, we'll keep the peace. And you better believe it'll be done Cockman style, with no stone left unturned. And by the way, I actually met with Cockman just the other day over a plate of keep meat. And I'm pretty sure that he is going to be supporting the Shrimp Party. That's right. Let's hear that. Nothing but silence from Dymlos.
Dymlos, would you like to respond?
I haven't spoken to Cockman recently, but I assume that he is not only going to work with the Shrimp Party, he's going to work with the whole city, because the city needs to come together as one. It can't be just one single party.
He will. He's for the city, but he's not for Dymlos.
Oh, yeah. We'll see about that.
You think that Cockman supports a ass-grabbing tax in Perv City? Come on. Let's get realistic here, guys.
For the orphans, of course he does.
Oh, my goodness. Listen to this
We'll
guy.
see what Cockman has to say.
All right. Well,
you gobbling cock.
It does seem like both of you, if I understand correctly, will be supporting Cockman then.
I mean, he would be a fool 100%. Not to.
Okay. We'll see what the voters think about that.
Dang, I got that shrimp shell stuck in my teeth.
Oh, a man who eats the shells? Gross.
Now, here comes some questions from the citizens. Now, what specific measures are you willing to implement to ensure that Perv City remains the top destination for recreational booty grabbing, while still maintaining respect for consent and personal boundaries? Dymlos?
So we know that one of the perks of Perv City is that you can just go around grabbing ass all day. That's very important. It's a key part of this city and what makes us different than all the other cities in the world. So we need to make sure that when people migrate to the city, that there is some sort of questionnaire or agreement that is signed, that you understand what you're getting into here. I do agree that consent is very important, and being in a city where you can just grab ass all day could be potentially scary for people. So
everybody knows that moving to Perv City is the consent.
Not in the
who in their right mind moves to Perv City and doesn't want to get their ass grabbed?
Listen,
that's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
That is an untold rule. We need to have something.
That is on the books.
There's no books. I didn't sign anything when I first came to Perv City,
USA. You can go around grabbing ass all day. It's in the theme song of the city.
Thank you.
It's in their national anthem.
I'm well aware of our national anthem. Yes, but it's still important that people know what they're getting into. So
they
having
know.
something in place where they may not know. I would hope that they would know, but they may not know. And it is our duty to make sure that they know. Thank you.
So, Dymlos, before we move to Steve's answer, I would just like to confirm for everyone out there listening, you do feel that there may be some people accidentally moving to Perv City or ending up in Perv City who maybe aren't aware of the rules of being perverted.
Not only not aware, but maybe they have one way of thinking. Perv City, I'm going to move here and do this. But then they get here and they see, maybe we need to have like some sort of instructional video that shows, what to expect in Perv City when you move here. So
yeah, we got that.
Do we now?
Yeah.
I was not privy to that when I moved here.
Well, maybe you should start watching our local television channel more often in Cringe City.
Okay. I do, but I've never seen it aired there.
I've seen multiple videos.
All right.
Explaining
we
exactly
need to
what
have
it's
one
about.
specific video.
Mr. Steve, if you'd like to respond to that particular with your opinion on...
And then what's the question again? I pretty much forgot what it was after hearing all that grand malarkey.
The question is, what specific measures will you implement to ensure that Perv City remains a top destination for recreational booty grabbing while still maintaining respect for consent and personal boundaries?
Well, everybody knows already that when you come to Perv City, that things are going to get perverted. That's how it is. That's what Perv City's about. That'd be like going to Las Vegas and expecting that there should be no gambling allowed. That's insane. Everyone knows what it is. That's just how it works. So I think that what we're going to do is we're going to start promoting certain aspects of Perv City to get more people to come with creative slogans such as fistful of keat meat, ass in the other. Things like that will really get people excited about coming to Perv City. Obviously. It's not even a question. I don't even understand what we're asking. This is the silliest question I've even heard tonight.
Not true. For those people that don't know what they're coming into, there needs to be something in place.
And guess what? They can leave!
Officially. How are we going to grow this city, Steven?
Because do you think there's actually less or more pervs in the country wanting to move here? Definitely more. The majority of people are pervs. A lot of people are going to want to come move here. Trust me. Trust me. 9 out of 10 people slam skins when given the opportunity.
All right. Well, we've now heard responses from both candidates. Another question from the citizens of Perv City that they're concerned about. What protections can you guarantee for the most pervy of residents that exceed the booty grab mandate limit that has been proposed by Perv City? Not made into law yet, but proposed by Perv City Council. If that booty grab mandate were put in place, is there any kind of guarantee for the most devious and perviest of residents of Perv City? Dymlos, your answer, please.
Now, we all know as citizens that this is one of the hardest things to track. When you can just freely go around grabbing ass all day, it can get out of hand. And it would be nice if we could put down our bickering and squabbles and come together and try to find a method to putting this on some sort of lockdown. Now, if that be we have to have a punch card, or there are places that you can go to as safe havens, and it's not just grabbing ass all day in that particular place, where if you're just tired of the day, you've been overworked, things might get out of hand if you are grabbed again, then there's places you can go for this and get away from it all for a little while. Because Perv City can be overwhelming, hence why we need an official video to give out to new citizens so that they know what they're getting into, things like that. So I would propose that we have Perv safe havens where people can go.
All right, your time has exceeded, Mr. Dymlos. Your time has exceeded. Mr. Steve, what is your response? Do you Do you believe there should be some kind of guarantee for the most perviest of residents that exceed this proposed booty grab mandate that very possibly could go into law?
Of course not. The very idea that there should be a booty grab mandate in Perv City is absolutely disgusting. I mean, my mind is boggled that somebody's even he's trying to destroy Perv City. Like, how can you not see this? He's trying to turn it into just a regular town where if you grab booty in the streets, you get arrested. It's insane.
We're not trying to arrest them. We're just trying to give people a safe space.
It's called Cringe City. Go to Cringe City.
We're not taking your grab ass away. I love to grab ass too.
But he also loves getting fined and getting told he's not allowed to do it in certain areas, a safe space. Oh my god. Somebody get this guy a fucking bottle.
All right, folks.
Bottle of what?
Because he's acting like a little baby.
So, Steve, if I may, you're proposing that if you were to become the mayor, you would take measures to make sure this booty grab mandate is eliminated? Is that what you're saying?
Of course. The citizens don't want this. It's like he's
They're the ones that came up with it.
He's talking about people who are trying to move into our city, into Perv City, and destroy what it is. They want to change.
I'm sorry, it's called
to a regular
growth.
town. Yeah, there's plenty of growth in Perv City. Trust me, I just looked down at my pants. I saw some growth. That's how we do it in Perv City.
Okay.
Blue Chew can't solve every problem.
All right. Well,
something I've been chewing is shrimp, boy.
This is certainly getting heated. One more question before we go to a commercial break here from our sponsors. This is an important one, fellas. I need you to dig deep on this one because this is going to affect everyone in Perv City and beyond. As both of you are aware, MILF Mountain and Cougar Cliffs are still considered at war with one another. As we approach the holiday season, where Old St. Cringe is known to call forth the power of the MILFs, whose side are each of you on? Will you support the MILF Mountains and therefore side with St. Cringe? Or will you support Cougar Cliffs, who are known to have close faction with the bars in Perv City, which are a huge economy boost for the city? Mr. Dymlos.
For hundreds of years, Perv City has stayed neutral in this war, and I propose that we continue to stay neutral. We cannot show favor to the MILFs or the Cougars on the cliff. We need both of them to sustain our economy. It's vital to this city's life and the majority of the budget. Honestly, I know people don't want to hear this, but war is money, and that means that for us to thrive as a city, we have to let it happen. They don't like each other. It is what it is. People are not going to like each other. And if that means that they are going to war, we don't have any rule over if they war or don't war.
Coward.
So we have to stay neutral in this particular war. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr.
You guys smell
Dymlos, for
that?
that response.
Smells like pansies in here, like maybe somebody's opening up a flower shop or something. What is that?
Mr. Steve, would you, it is now your turn to respond. If you'd like me to repeat it, MILF Mountain?
No.
Okay.
There's
all
no
right.
need to repeat it.
Go ahead.
Listen. Unlike Dymlos, I understand the powerful cultural influence of both MILF Mountain and Cougar Cliffs. These landmarks have shaped not just our economy, but our way of life. However, with Old St. Perv's historic ties to MILF Mountain, my heart and loyalty lie with tradition. That said, Cougar Cliffs plays a major role in our economic relations with Cringe City, and we can't just turn our backs on those benefits.
Just keep spending.
I would seek to broker peace between these two forces, ensuring that both MILFs and Cougars get their due respect. Together, we'll combine their energies and rise above like a wang, bringing the holiday magic and economic power of Perv City to new heights, just like my wang. Let's join forces and slam skins to success into every corner of our city.
There will never be peace.
Especially
you will
if
never
you win the election. Especially
you will
if
never
you
be
win.
able to bring that. Yeah, that's just a
Especially
bunch
if
of
you
lies.
win.
That's just a bunch
Especially
of
if you
bullshit
win.
lies.
Especially if you win. Especially if you win.
Okay, fellas.
I need a commercial break, Mr. Moderator.
We are going to
What
go
a
to a
coward.
commercial break.
Listen to him. Look at him crying.
This next message is brought to you by our sponsors in Perv City. Please enjoy, everyone, and we will be back with more questions and more debate. Only here on the CringePony Network.
Howard!
When you're feeling hungry and love some grace, we got the snack that put a smile on your face. Edible underwear, oh yeah, it's true. For snacking and smooching just for you. Taste the fun, we got sugar and spice. Chewing on love, never tasted this nice. Edible undies for you to share. Treat and tease without a care. Put them on like a tasty surprise. Sweet, chewy delight right before your eyes. Candy-coated passion in every bite. Turn your night into a taste bud fight. Taste the fun, we got sugar and spice. Chewing on love, never tasted this nice. Edible undies for you to share. Treat and tease without a care.
Edible underwear on sale now at Perv Marts all throughout Perv City. So come, get your delicious edible underwear today.
Taste the fun, we got sugar and spice. Chewing on love, never tasted this nice. Edible undies for you to share. Treat and tease without a care.
All right, thank you to our sponsor, Edible Underwear.
That looked good.
Available at Perv Marts
Delicious.
everywhere throughout Perv City. Number one meal, fast, quick, easy, delicious, nutritious. Eat it right off your loved ones. So let's continue on with the debate, shall we?
Yeah, we should actually, I guess. Even though
What, you don't
somebody
know
here
if we
obviously wants to
should
destroy
continue?
Perv City. Anyway,
All right. Now, continuing back with the question we had earlier. This is directed to you, Dymlos, but I would like to also give Steve a chance to respond after you. How can we take anybody serious about being pervy enough to be our Perv City mayor when one of them believe that the we was revolutionary? And I believe this is directed to you, Mr. Dymlos, in your campaign.
Yes, I am well aware. So, the Wii, though not the great, in my opinion, not the greatest system in the world. Honestly, and this is me being 100% honest to the Cringetonians, I have not owned a Wii. I do not own one now. I have never owned a Wii. However, because I'm an educated man, I know that it was a revolutionary time in video game history. If you like it or not, it's a very polarizing system. Some hate it, some love it. But honestly, it's Nintendo's. If you take out Game Boy, if that was not a thing, or a DS or any handheld, then the Wii was the number 2 Nintendo selling of all time with 1.1 million units sold, just under the PlayStation. Just 1 million under, or not, sorry. Yeah, 1 million under the amount of PlayStations that were sold in this world. To not say that Wii has been revolutionary to the gaming community is atrocious. You're just not even looking at the facts, which is really honestly what the Shrimp Party does. They just don't look at facts. They just blah, 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 state whatever they want. Here at the Mario Party, where we do Nintendo, this is what we do. The Wii is was the second most selling system in all of Nintendo history. Console.
All
not
right.
handheld.
Your time is up. Mr. Steve, would you like a chance to respond to this?
I don't give a shit about no we, and neither do any real residents of Perv City. This has nothing to do with our policies. You want to like the we, that's fine. Nobody cares. Let's move on, please.
The question was asked. I was just answering the question, Steven.
Sad that you even thought you had to entertain us.
I did for $2.
He'll just do whatever people say, I guess. Anything for money with this guy. This is the guy that wants to put a tax on grabbing that booty. You know?
For our orphans, Steven.
Oh my God.
You just want to feed them mercury-ridden keep meat.
And where are the studies that says there's mercury in it? They don't live in the freaking ocean, dude.
We just had a doctor in the audience say this.
Oh, you're talking about Dr.
from a
Sackballs or whatever his name is? It's not even a real doctor.
How do you?
Can we actually get some real questions?
Can
we do some important stuff tonight, maybe?
Let's move on to the next question here. So, the economy. A big factor that's going to go into people's minds when they're at the ballot box here this November. The economy is seeing record high prices for common commodities in Perv City. Lingerie is at a 40% increase due to inflation. STD medications have skyrocketed. And even standard grocery prices, such as edible panties, are seeing prices the citizens of Perv City are not able to put food on their women. What policies or actions would you take as mayor of Perv City to fight this? Dymlos?
The economy,
you don't even know.
Steven, let me gather my words, please.
Hilarious.
The economy has seen an increase. It's true. It's been hitting all of our pocketbooks. And it's important that we have our medications taken care of for us. We need to have Big Pharma taken care of. These STD medications are off the charts. They just roll over whoever they want to. You get an STD, you know you have to pay Big Pharma as much as possible. And that's really what the Shrimp Party wants you to do. They want you to pay a ton of money to these insurance companies that handle STDs to do this. But under my platform, we are going to get Big Pharma to have to sell STD medication at a reasonable price. We are going to be the ones to negotiate, not just insurance companies for you. Perv City Mayoral Council will take it under their control and enforce it.
All right. So, but did you talk about the edible underwear though? That seems to be.
I don't think he said anything about it.
You still have some time.
He's
Mr.
obviously
Dymlos.
evading the question.
The lingerie part of it is tough. We don't dictate those prices. The businesses dictate those prices. The only thing we can do is try to find quality employees that will well, honestly, we just don't really
grasping at straws.
Yeah, I really don't have a plan for this because there's nothing we can do to control it. The inflation is what it is when it comes to businesses selling. Unless you want me to dismantle the lingerie businesses, which we can't.
Of course, that would be his go-to.
Big lingerie is a vital part, and whatever they dictate are the prices is what they need to keep their business flowing. I am certainly pro our economy, and if that means that they have to sell lingerie for more than what it seems or what it was 10 years ago, then that's a part of life. Let's work on getting our wages up, making sure people are not working poor jobs on the street or whatever at our city, that they have good paying jobs so that they can afford these lingerie prices.
All right, Mr. Dymlos, thank you. Mr. Steve, and what would you do as mayor for the lingerie prices, a 40% increase, STD medication skyrocketing, grocery prices such as edible panties seeing prices that Perv City citizens just simply cannot pay? What is your plan?
Look, I can't watch our citizens struggle with rising costs of essentials become harder to afford. To combat this crisis, I'd like to introduce the Perv Price Cap Initiative, setting temporary limits on prices of lingerie, STD medications, and edible panties. This way, every citizen can enjoy the pleasures they deserve without breaking the bank. Additionally, the Shrimp Party would like to roll out a subsidy program partnering with local businesses to provide discounts on essential items and services. We'll also deliver perv care packages filled with necessary goods and delivered directly to the doorsteps of those in need by our community volunteers. By stabilizing prices and offering real relief, we'll ensure that Perv City citizens can indulge in their desires without financial strain. Let's get essentials back on the bodies of our people while making sure Perv City thrives in every way possible, like a boner in the night.
And where are you going to get this money, Steven? You're just going to pull money out of nowhere?
Of course
You're going to
not.
handcuff our businesses?
Listen
and
to
so
the
that
ignorance,
they can't make
everyone.
money and close down?
Let's listen to the ignorance. This is a guy who clearly knows nothing about Perv City, wants to put a tax on booty grabbing, clearly has no idea how much money we already make in taxes off the prostitution industry alone. So what, I don't know, is he planning on keeping that money for himself and making all these new taxes? I'm not sure. I won't take any of that money. I'll put all the prostitution taxes back to the peoples.
Good luck with that.
It'll be easy.
On a tight budget, with the
Let me tell you
tightest
that, but
budget in all of America.
It's going to be easier than your ex-wife, I can tell you that.
Don't you talk about Karen like
Quite
that.
easy, I have to say. Unbiased opinion. All right, folks, let's continue moving forward. As customary for the mayor of Perv City, you will each have to choose a fast food restaurant, a favorite fast food restaurant, that will bring you lunch at the Stained White House, the mayor's office. What restaurant will
Noble
each of
place.
you choose? Dymlos?
As someone who believes in local businesses, I will go back to my home of Nebraska and pick Runza.
Guy's not
as
even
my
from
fast
here.
food.
Guy's not even
Neither
from
are you.
here. I am
Neither
too.
are you.
I am
No, you're
from
not.
Perv City.
You are not born and raised in Perv City. Show me the birth certificate.
Let me just pull it up here.
Yeah.
You go ahead and answer the question while I'm pulling it
Yeah,
up.
you just doctor that up. Fake news, just like the Shrimp Party always does. I am going to my local fast food from where I was born and raised and bringing Runza to Perv City.
Crazy.
Interesting.
Best burgers, best
the dumbest thing I've
Runza
ever heard.
sandwiches, best crinkle fries. All of you will love it.
Interesting. Interesting. So, is
Dumb.
this part of your economical plan, bringing in this restaurant into Perv City?
We need a little bit of Nebraska in Perv City, and
Oh my
Runza
gosh.
is that.
Like the part where you have to get fined a fee just for grabbing? I say. Getting rid of
To
keep
save
meat?
the children,
Wow.
Stephen.
The children won't need saved with my
They
initiatives.
can't eat keep meat.
They can
It's
and they
bad
will.
for you. Why you're at a keep meat buffet is beyond me. You're killing yourself.
Everyone knows that you are taking money from lobbyists that are against keep meat.
Well, don't
Everyone
come
knows
to
it.
me when you have Nathan kidney stones.
Wow.
Yeah.
Slander. That all you got?
Yeah.
Mr.
Runza.
Steve, what will be your favorite fast food restaurant that you will be bringing to the Stained White House?
As your shrimp party candidate for mayor of Perv City, my choice is going to be Disco Joe's China Bowl Express. It's a buffet-style drive-thru with shrimp, keep meat, and beef stew. And
How is a
delicious
buffet
fried
fast
Asian
food?
shrimp
That's not
dishes.
fast food. Oh my goodness. Already with the lies. Already with the twisting
not
of
a lie.
words.
It is a buffet-style drive-thru. It's a buffet-style drive-thru. You're allowed to go back multiple times till you're done. You can get back in line.
You can
sit in
just
the
go
parking
around in
lot.
circles all
Damn
day. That's
straight
what your
you
whole
can.
party is all about. Just
But
going
here's
around
the
in
catch.
circles.
Here's the catch. It hasn't opened yet. That's right. Disco Joe's China Bowl Express will only open if I win. So if you want to taste the future of Perv City, packed with crispy shrimp goodness, then vote for the Shrimp Party. Let's bring
You
Disco
want
Joe's
straight
China Bowl
Mercury
Express to
Keat,
life.
Vote for the Shrimp Party.
I'm sorry,
Guy sounds like an ocean activist with all this mercury talk. Why don't you go back to the Sea Shepherds?
Excuse me, candidates, please. I have to interject here for a very important question. Mr. Steve, did you just suggest a buffet drive-through?
That is correct. And I've already been speaking with the owner of Disco Joe's China Ball, Disco Joe, to make this happen.
Interesting. All right. We will move on forward. So there are still a lot of swing voters out there who like to just swing the way the wind blows. As we all know, the art of the swing is a huge part of Perv City culture. What would you say to those that might swing to your party's favor this election cycle? What do you bring to the table that might cause them to swing your way? Mr. Dymlos?
You may not know this about me, but I tickle the skins a little bit. I play the drums. That was the very first instrument that I picked up was the drum set. And I have absolutely been a part of several jazz bands.
Nobody cares about
nothing
this.
professional, but yes, I will
Listen, this guy thinks we're talking about swing music.
I will
We're talking
be
about swinging,
driving
baby.
the swing. I will be driving the swing to my own
Swinging.
beat, Stephen. I will be swinging. I will make sure everyone is swinging as much as possible.
So not only is he kind of take away our traditional form of swinging, but he's trying to make us into fans of swing music. That's just ridiculous.
Isn't everybody a fan of swing music?
It doesn't matter because that's not the issue. You're trying to change
It's
our
the
way of
official
life.
music of Perv City.
Swing music?
How could it not be?
Oh my god.
All right.
I'm so sad about
Mr.
this.
Steve, what would you say to those that might swing to your party's favor this election cycle, and why should they swing your way?
Listen to this. To all the swing voters out there, I get it. The art of swing is central to our Perv City culture, and I'm talking about... We're a city that thrives on movement, rhythm, and a little unpredictability, and I respect that. Now, when it comes to swinging in this election, why not swing towards something fresh and flavorful like the Shrimp Party? It offers more than just the usual promises. We're bringing in Disco Joe's China Bowl Express, an entirely new experience with shrimp dishes you can't get anywhere else. Plus, we got bold ideas to spice up Perv City, keeping it real nasty and wild, and wonderfully cringy. So if you like to swing, then swing with us, baby. We're gonna slam skins all night long. We got the stew that'll stick and the shrimp that'll sizzle, baby.
Just all words. The whole thing is just words. It's like your drive-through buffet. It's just spinning.
Listen how desperate he is, guys. Listen how desperate he is. Instead of coming up with fresh ideas, he just likes to criticize mine.
What do you have anything to say about that, Mr. Dymlos?
I have put my plans in place. I've voiced my plans and I will stick to them.
All right, folks. All right. So,
Disco Joe's China Bowl.
I'm going to be asking each of you some personal questions relative to the news cycle in Perv City and what's going on now. We'll start with you, Mr. Dymlos. Now, Dymlos, the controversy between you and the Nintendo 64 hardwood carpet incident has some voters of Perv City confused. There are new eyewitnesses who claim they saw you throw that kid over a bridge wrapped in carpet. Would you care to elaborate on this and give your perspective?
How could I possibly throw a kid over a bridge at the age of, I don't know, 20? There were people in the house. It was more than just me. He's not dead. He's still alive. I just don't talk to him anymore.
Where's the proof of that? Exactly.
I mean, we could go find him if we really wanted to, but
well, we
we're
really
not.
do want to see it, so you should really go find him, if that's the case. I have eyewitnesses saying that you mysteriously stayed upstairs for a long time after it happened. Enough time
That's
to
where
sneak
my
out the
room is
window with the
upstairs.
body.
How could it?
Yeah,
how
enough
could
time
I
to
go away
sneak out
from
with
there?
the body and throw it over a bridge, which another witness saw you. Somebody who doesn't even know who you are. and they identified you.
You paid?
Positive identification. They saw your photo, and I wasn't even there. It was the news, man.
That's your news.
I paid for the investigation, but I didn't pay for the results.
That's the Shrimp Network.
That was the real news. That was the Cringe News Network. It said right up there.
That was.
Oh my God, this guy. He'll try to make you
guys
guys believe anything that's not the truth.
The truth is that man is not dead. He is still alive and has children to this day.
Sheriff
Just don't talk to him. He had a seizure. He fell on his
Listen how
head
desperate he is.
onto a rug and got carpet burn.
Everybody calls him Desperate Douche Dymlos.
How dare you go to name slander?
Steve, do you have anything you'd like to say about this?
I mean, I think I've said everything that needs to be said. He obviously murdered the guy. Everyone knows it.
I've never been taken.
People tell me all the time that he did it. And these are high-ranking military officials. I have, in response to Dymlos and his murdering, I have seen grown men weep, asking me, what are we going to do?
Lies. Just lies.
And these are high-ranking military officials.
You don't even know any high-ranking military officials. There's more lies.
All right, folks. Now, this one's for you, Steve. Steve, some voters are questioning your comments prior, where you claim you were going to go on a villain arc if you lose. Would you please elaborate on this?
Not a problem at all. I can see why you might be a little confused why I would say that at first, but after hearing some of Dymlos' statements tonight, I believe you can begin to understand. Because in the city that Dymlos wants to change Perv City into, that's not a city for us. And let me be clear, if I lose this election, I won't just walk away quietly. I'll embrace my villain arc and become the ultimate nemesis Perv City has ever seen. I've come to realize that the only way to save this city from Dymlos is through total destruction and rebirth, if he's in control. Cockman, our glorious hero, will be forced to rise up and stop me as I tear down Perv City piece by piece, reshaping it in my vision, the way how it used to be before Dymlos took over. I know it sounds extreme, but sometimes you have to burn everything to the ground to build something better. But hey, if you don't want to see this city go down in flames, and an epic battle between Cockman and me, oh, it's the police. There is an easy way to avoid all this. Vote the Shrimp Party. Let's save the city together before things get really messy.
Yeah, you're about to get arrested.
Interesting. Mr. Dymlos, would you like to respond to that?
The cops are coming for you, Steven. Watch out.
And that's all he's got.
All right. Well, folks.
That's all he's got.
This has been an interesting debate. The polls are just in regarding how everyone feels versus Dymlos and Steve in the upcoming election. Now, remember, we will have one more debate next month before the election time of November 23rd, where you will all citizens of Perv City head to the ballot box and make your final decision. It does look like that Dymlos has taken a slight lead in the polls. Dymlos at 65%, Steve at 35%. However, polls do have a margin of error, and of course there is still time for people to change their minds as we go further into each of your policies and where you stand on key issues. Now, before we end this, I would like to give a moment.
You know where Steven stands on Keat issues. Trying to kill the children.
Keat meat is good for you.
Before we end this debate tonight, I would like to give an opportunity for each candidate to give their closing statements. Dymlos got to give his opening statements first, so we will be awarding the first closing statement to Mr. Steve. Mr. Steve, when you're ready, sir.
This is my closing statement? Is that what you said?
Yes, your closing statement.
All right. Listen up, folks. The time for change has come, and the Shrimp Party is ready to deliver a future you will crave. We're bringing bold flavors and even bolder ideas to the table. from the launch of Disco Joe's China Bowl Express, our yet to open buffet-style drive-thru, serving up shrimp and beef stew and fried Asian shrimp dishes, to our commitment to keeping prices low on essential items like lingerie, STD medications, and edible panties. But that's just the beginning. With the Shrimp Party, you can expect real action. We'll feed the hungry with our Shrimp Relief Initiative and introduce Keep Meat as a revolutionary food source, transforming Perv City and Cringe City into culinary powerhouses. We'll stand alongside Cockman to clean up the streets and bring back order to Perv City. We'll even unite MILF Mountain and Cougar Cliffs for the good of our city's economy and culture. And for those swing voters, why not swing towards something fresh and flavorful? Vote Shrimp Party and you'll taste the future. But remember, if I lose, I'm not walking away quietly. I'll embrace my villain arc, becoming the supervillain Perv City never expected, facing off against Cockman in epic battles as I tear this city down to rebuild it from the ashes. Because sometimes, destruction is the only way to save us from the looming threat of Dymlos. Let's not get to that point, though. Vote for the Shrimp Party, and together, we'll feast on victory, prosperity, and endless shrimp.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Steve, for your closing statement. Mr. Dymlos.
My fellow Cringetonians, I want you to listen to Steven's words very closely. He is going to tear this city down. Cities are not like...
If I lose and you destroy it!
I didn't talk during your closing statement, sir.
I don't care. It's not my fault.
He doesn't
You're
care.
trying to be so
That's
respectful.
the whole point. You don't care, Steven.
I don't care about you. I care about the people of Perv City and people who want to keep Perv City what it is. Can you imagine Dymlos as mayor? It's a nightmare scenario. His version of Perv City would be a dried-up, shrimp-free wasteland where everyone's too broke to buy edible panties and too bored to enjoy our signature perviness. And we gotta pay tax for grabbing ass! Come on!
Are you finished? Are you finished? Are you finished? Can I talk? Are you finished?
Nope, I'm almost there. Now I'm done.
I implore you, my fellow Cringetonians, understand that he is going to destroy the city. He just said it. He said it on camera.
Yeah, if you win! Clearly I said that. I've said that multiple times. If I win,
you're going to destroy this city?
Yes, because you will destroy it first in a different way, so I'll have to tear it and build it back from the ground up.
Well, maybe in 4 years, if you become mayor after I win. Anyway, I implore you that Steven is not the correct vote. He is too busy. He does not have time for the city. It is not his most important thing.
I'm too busy. You couldn't even stay for the debate last time. I'm too busy.
That's because the show went 2.5 hours, Steven. The show only lasts an hour, and it went 2.5 hours. I'll
do a 10-hour show every Saturday if you guys want.
Well, listen, I have constituents I need to talk to, and I have places to go and people's lives to be a part of to change Perv City for the better.
That really swillets my
Unlike you, that you can just sit and do nothing and do just all day. Just not even grabbing any ass. I was going out grabbing ass. That's where I needed to go. Anyway, Steven has said he will destroy the city. He is not a peaceful person. He wants to corrupt this city further than it already is.
Yeah, that's the whole point of it.
We need to keep
the whole point of Perv City.
The streets safe, and under Steven, we will not have safe streets. He's too busy. He's too busy writing songs. He's too busy promoting CringePony, playing video games.
I created Perv City, and he wants to take it away from you guys.
Without me, I created this format. I am the keeper of the beating a dead pony.
We don't need you.
This would not exist without my brain power. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Moderator.
All right, thank you both. Thank you both. So we've learned a lot today, and I would like to mention that during those closing statements, by a 3% margin, Steve took, it looks like, a vote or two there. So 3% did go to Steve during those closing statements. So that's something to remember for the candidates as we move into our second debate here at the end of October on the final Saturday of the month, when we will continue
Shrimp's gone
this
bad.
debate. Thank you all for coming. I hope that you enjoyed this debate. I hope that it brought a bit of perviness to your life. I hope that you will really consider the future of Perv City when you're making this decision come November 23rd. Whether you vote for Dymlos and the Mario Party, who have vowed to tax pervy acts such as booty grabbing and seem to support the booty grabbing mandate to some degree. Or you choose to support Steve and the Shrimp Party, who has vowed that if he loses, he will become an arch nemesis to the city and burn it to the ground in order to rebuild it anew. Whichever candidate you decide to follow, to support, to vote for come November 23rd, just remember, Perv City depends on you. Thank you. And everyone, have a good night.